And we are live racing for the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 UTV race number 2 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Complex. Thanks to C4 Fab, and we are live from the Jack's Camper Studio. Off the line first was Caleb Rupp and Brian Grody. Then Cody Williams and Brandon Caveman Anderson. Aaron Kane and Cody Olson. Eric Rohr and Shane Dalquist. Austin Campana and Jared Kane. Lance Horst and Casey Tucker. So we have 12 competitors all heading out for this 12-lap race, 2.6 miles per. It's going to be a great show, and I can't wait for this one to get going. We have another special guest in the Jack's Camper Studio. We have Rowdy Smith. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're having a great time. We're watching racing.
Yes, you can't complain.
Never complain about watching racing.
Well, you were complaining last night because you had to pull a transmission there and you were worried that the engine had some issues, but it sounds like that was just more of a worry.
Yep.
And then you got the tranny put in this morning, and
yep.
You're back in action.
We'll be ready to rip here after this race, so getting excited.
So
definitely thought we were done.
You gotta be suiting up here in not too long.
Yeah,
so we'll stay in the shorts as long as possible. It's a little warm out here.
Yeah, because you're hopping out here. You'll be racing about an hour.
Yep.
So we'll see how it all shakes out. So I just want to have a quick chat. What's your kind of game plan? I think we have 8 cars in your race. It's going to be fun.
Yep, I'm excited. We're gonna kind of play it by ear because, like I said, we just have a donor trans in the car right now and don't really know what it's gonna do or how it's gonna hold up. So we're gonna play it smart at first and see how it's feeling. And
if it feels good, then you let it rip.
Feels good, then we'll see what we can do out there. But
Willis will be in your ear, letting you know push harder or not, huh?
Yep, definitely.
That TDK Class 1 car it's a cool car. It's been around a while, but man, it was ahead of its time when he built it. I feel.
Definitely, especially that's like we have a going joke. It's like for a bumper guy out of the middle of nowhere, Montana. It's a pretty wicked car.
Oh,
so,
absolutely.
Heck yeah, nope. We're excited. Again, we didn't even think it'd be racing, so to even have an opportunity to line up today is really exciting. I'm looking forward to it.
Well, it's going to be fun to watch you. So yeah, you gotta get out there and get ready. So I just want to have a quick chat. Thanks for joining us, and best of luck.
I appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
Sounds good.
All right, Rowdy Smith will be up in the TDK car here in just a minute. It looks like that's Caleb Rupp, our physical race leader.
So Caleb Rupp was first off the line with Brian Grody, and then they were pretty close off the line. But I wonder if his transponder is not working that well.
There's something going on because it shows him out back, but we assume, I guess, he took off
I'd like
first.
to assume that he took, Oh.
So we'll wait for them to come around the next time. But Caleb Rupp's definitely one to watch. And the fastest lap today thus far is Austin Painter with a 3:59.
Austin Painter was absolutely down and on a mission, so we'll see how Caleb Rupp does this afternoon, just one race later, a little over an hour later, and see who the top few are going to be from this race and see who's going to line up for that hit list shootout later after this pro race.
The timing did update here, so Caleb Rupp is physically out front, out on lap number 2. And is it Brian, it's a 3:56, so a new fast time.
Smokes.
He shaved 3 seconds off of Austin Painter. $3:56.910.
I knew they were fast, but now Caleb Rupp's got a lot of open air, not for much longer because he's going to be making it into that lap traffic, but he is taking advantage of it while he can. And it looks like Cody Williams is hot on his tracks, not right behind him.
Didn't Brian start out next to him?
Yep, Brian Grody did start next to him. So Cody Williams
got a pass on Brian.
How far back is Brian Grody?
I don't know. I haven't seen him. That's
Brandon Caveman Anderson. So I am hearing some chatter over the Rugged Race Radio, and it must be Brian Grody that's having issues out on course. So I don't know exactly what's going on, but tough break for Brian Grody. And it looks like Caleb Rupp 1, Cody Williams 2, and Brandon Caveman Anderson in that 3rd position. Remember, this race is on adjusted time, so we'll see how far back Casey Tucker, Eric Rohr, Shane Dalquist.
They're getting him flipped over on the screen here. You can
Oh,
see.
there we go. So that's back in the finger, probably back by turn number 5 or number 6, I believe.
Yep.
Oh, it looks like
They're throwing parts off, so.
It could have been recovery gear.
that's what I'm thinking.
And is that another race car behind him?
I can't. Yeah, it is.
That's a race car. So either he's stopping to help his buddy, or he's
Nope.
got issues also.
He's got issues because there's the recovery team right there.
Oh no.
Tough break. So that's going to mean, I assume Caleb Rupp is going to be running that here shortly.
He
So is that
should
going to
be
slow
running
him
through
down?
there.
There, I
Well,
assume
they're
that's him
yellow
right there.
flagging right now.
Yep. So yeah, the yellow flags are out. So that tells Caleb Rupp, slow down.
They got a way around. I saw that, so they should be good to get these guys around.
So when we were
Okay.
talking about the two races being mixed up, this was a little bit worried about because this is going to slow down the entire race number 2.
that's
so
true.
when we merged them together, but hey, we told them that in the drivers' meeting, so it just is what it is. And Caleb Rupp is slowly going around. So now, as soon as he passes this, it'll be wide open racing
open
again. So that's going to get race number 1 a huge advantage going into the hit list shootout. That's an interesting twist.
Definitely did not expect that, but for it to slow down an entire race, that's
hopefully-
definitely.
It looks like
just
they're
what it
getting
is.
him out, so it should be back going quickly.
Yeah, at least they have a way around and they don't have to completely stop and wait for them to pull them off the
I'm
course.
sure that cost Rupp maybe 6 or 8 seconds. So in
But
the big
based on
scheme, he'll
his
probably
time-
be okay.
Yeah, based on his time with the fastest lap, I think he's going to be definitely perfectly okay.
Yeah, thanks to Jim Siebert and his recovery team from Black Hills Four Wheelers, keeping everybody safe and sound. And Jade was just talking about we haven't seen anybody roll over yet, so now it's her
Yes. Gosh dang it, Jade. Ay, ay, ay. It's definitely getting dusty out there. We do have a little bit more wind this race time around rather than the last UTV race. It was definitely getting thick out there.
So it's actually Shad Dalquist driving. His brother Shane is in the passenger seat. Getting some updates over the Rugged Race Radio. But so far, so good for the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100.
Caleb Rupp crosses the line again to
403.
start his
So
third.
Okay, so that
lap.
cost him 7 seconds. That's not bad. I was
That
saying
is
6
not
to 8.
bad
So,
at all, yeah.
so this
That
race is
last
still.
lap was a 4:03 anyway.
Lots of action here for this UTV race number 2. And boy, Caleb Rupp won everything you could win at Broadview, and he's
Yes.
going out there to do it once again. Except for, I guess he didn't get the pole setting for the qualifier because he was all the way behind by 0.015 seconds.
Yeah, that is a
Which is
ways
as
back
close
there,
as
let
you
me
could
tell
get.
you.
So, where's Cody Williams? He has dropped off.
He
now
was
it's
having some issues though.
Brandon Caveman Anderson just moved into second position. And it looks like he was about 10 just 1 second. So that they must have been cleared, and it cost Caleb Rupp probably about 7 seconds slowing down for that wreck. But everybody else looks like they're clear except for Cody Williams. Could that have been him involved in that wreck too? There was another car there.
could have been.
Oh, very well could have.
I just saw the aerial. I wasn't quite sure who that was. Looks like we're back on track following Brandon Anderson.
Oh, and is that Cody there?
That is
Yep.
Cody Williams
Oh,
there.
no.
No, Cody. I.
Oh, so Cody lost control of something in the transmission or something, and somebody hit him. So tough break for Cody Williams. We got our little pit reporter Jade Hasselquist out there bringing me the information.
Looks like the track's 100% live.
So we are back in action. So we have, I believe, Russell Talla coming in, right?
Yeah.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well.
All right. I've hung out with your buddy Hank Hall a few times. I work with his mom, Pam, and Small World put it all together. And he's like, hey, Hank's buddy Russell's out there racing with you guys this weekend. So how much fun you having?
Super fun. Yeah, the track's great, and the car was great, and a lot of fun. Not too rough of a track.
And you're not too far. You're out of Montana, Bozeman, maybe?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, right outside of Bozeman. Yeah. So not too far of a drive at all.
And is this your first or second race with Yellowstone?
This is the second race. I co-drove the first one, so this is the first ever race driving.
So this is your first in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
nice,
exactly.
Nice.
Yeah.
You did Broadview then?
We did in Powell.
Powell, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
So skip Broadview, you're here. Are you going to try to make Columbus?
Yep.
Awesome.
That's the plan. Yeah.
That'll be super fun.
So what do you think of the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Series so far?
It's really fun. It's a lot closer than any of the other race series.
No doubt. And it's a great series. I get to do a lot of cool stuff.
Yep.
But when I got the opportunity, it's like I choose to go here just because it's like the grassroots old school feel. I really have a lot of fun doing it.
Right. Yeah.
But obviously, I get to do Ultra 4, King of the Hammers. I get to do the bucket list stuff over here, and then come have fun on this side.
Right. Yeah. I mean, these short course races are super fun. The setup of them is awesome.
And it sounds like Columbus will be about a 10-mile lap or so. They changed it a little bit, but that'll be a fun one as well.
A little bit, but get ready for some rocks.
Yeah, I've heard it's the roughest one on the circuit. So.
Have you been in the rocks much?
No.
Okay.
No. I mean, Powell was first time in a car.
Nice.
Yeah.
Have you trail rode some, I assume?
Yeah, we went and pre-ran Silver State, which was fun. But
okay.
I mean, not real fast or anything.
Yeah.
But still pretty smooth course. Nothing crazy over there. But yeah, so not too many rocks yet.
All right. Well, I guess you're in for a treat here in another couple months.
Perfect.
What is it now? I guess it's July, so a couple months.
About 2 months, almost to the day.
It's been a busy year. It kind of all blurs together, but it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah. Sweet.
So what was your highlight of the weekend?
Ooh, probably qualifying.
Qualifying, that's a good one. One at a time, you kind of get a show out, and
exactly.
And it gives us a chance to follow one car with the drone.
Right.
So it's a great showing for you.
Yeah. The drone footage was super cool that you guys have that going out here.
Yeah,
cool
Dallas does a great job with that, and he is trying his absolute best to get pictures of everybody.
Oh yeah. Dallas and Royal are out there having some fun, and thanks again to C4 Fabrication for bringing all this live coverage. I assume you've had, obviously, Pam and Christian and Hank are all back home watching you. I assume you have some more fans out there?
Yep, yeah, all watching, and, us to go back and watch the live feed, too, is awesome. You get to see yourself in the car driving. And,
it's really cool. Go back on the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing YouTube, and you can watch Powell or Broadview, and just rewatch whatever you want.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah.
Well, sweet. So, I guess we'll see you in Columbus,
awesome.
And appreciate you joining us here in the Jack's Camper Studio.
Perfect. Thank you, guys.
All right.
Great job.
Russell Talla. Got a lot of great racers coming in and out. It's fun to chat with some of them. I see Casey Welty. We'll try to bring him in here a little bit and talk about his race and his brand new Speed UTV. Again, if you're just tuning in, we thoroughly appreciate each and every one of you for the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100 here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex just outside of Sturgis, South Dakota. Again, a huge shout out to C4 Fabrication for bringing this live action and Montana drone for flying up high.
I'm watching out the window of this Jack's Camper Studio. Caleb Rupp just passed Cassie Slauson around turn 2.
Cassie Tucker, right?
Cassie Tucker, not Slauson.
Yeah, but
Sorry.
she was at our last race.
Yes. past Cassie Tucker, who did get her car running, and it looks like it's doing good, but she is just fast.
She was supposed to be in race number 1, but had issues. She communicated with us, so we let her come on out. Oh, we got another special guest. We got Casey Welty. How you doing, buddy?
Good, man. How are you?
Oh, doing great. You had a great run, but obviously in two-wheel drive, the competition, you weren't quite there.
Well, yeah, I think I got first for best drift of the day.
Hey, I'll give you that.
You know, a couple corners there felt pretty fun. It was fun, but it was slow.
You were getting all sorts of slideways out there.
Yeah, and it's been a long time since we've been passed, and when we got passed like 4 times, I was just like, you know, this is...
not as cool.
Yeah, it's still fun.
It's still fun.
It's still fun.
But speaking about fun, you just got that brand new Speed, so I'm excited to see you.
I heard you guys were talking about that before because my bookkeeper called me and said and told me how much trouble I'm in. And I didn't even have time to break the news lightly.
Yeah. But your wife said it was okay, so you're not in trouble on that side. So.
So
Your bookkeeper, you can deal with them later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out later. And when I get home, I'll tell her like the other one's gone. This one is the now. So don't stress out about that. There was no money lost or gained on this one. Definitely not gained. Never when you race is it ever gained.
No,
absolutely.
Yeah. Man, I heard that we had a lot of carnage going out here today.
Yeah, there's definitely... The last race was not bad. There was hardly any, but this race, man, they have been... That radio is not stopped.
It's been busy out there for sure.
Right now.
Yeah. And it looks like everybody's really picking up the dirt today here. It must have got really powdery from the few first races here. Now it's looking like a dust bowl out there now.
And your buddy Cody Williams had some issues early on in the race. Do you have any updates on that?
We were standing out front here just a minute ago, and I heard something pop as he came over this little kicker right here when he landed. Snap! So I have a feeling something in the front end just broke.
Okay. So he probably lost four-wheel drive also.
I think he lost more than that.
Okay.
So I think they're just barely limping it back in the pits right now. So I'll probably get word on that in just a little bit. But yeah, it's a
bummer.
This is a tough course.
It is a tough course because it's so short and it's so fast.
Yeah.
Yes, you want to be extra fast, but
that dust. Boy, you can't see the hand in front of your face, you know, and that's when you kind of know if you're going to man up and race today or if you're going to be just okay with being mid-range. And I was okay with mid-range today.
Well, at least you knew that going into it. You knew your car wasn't 100%. So you mentally went in, let's go have fun, but run strong. But no, you can't get mad at yourself for not winning because you don't have the machine to do it.
There's no point in pushing it.
Yeah, as soon as I got back to the pits, I asked the guys, I said, well, how many boots are open on the rear axles? And they walked back there and said none, and I'm just like, that's unbelievable.
Because you were giving all of it.
Man, it was just back wheels just spinning the whole way. Yeah.
So let's talk about the Speed UTV a little bit. I'm excited to see that thing go. What's your plans with it?
I think we're going to go ahead and take her home. We're going to take her apart. I was real happy to see it. I went ahead and called Robbie Gordon and made sure that we were getting into something that could be supported. So he verified that for us.
And that was here on site yesterday.
That was here on site yesterday. It wasn't planned.
We took it for like 2 or 3 laps. You were talking to me about it. So you're like, I think I'm going to call Robbie. You called him. He answered. You asked him the questions. Talk about customer support.
Oh, man, and customer service. I was like, how many CEOs of a company are you going to call on their personal cell phone on a Friday afternoon? And then they pick up the phone and be friendly for you. And get answers.
And remember you and exactly what you're doing. And
Yep. He remembered us. We haven't raced one of his cars in about 4 years, but man, we kind of missed it. And so we got a little work to do. I think we need to find a few minor things, a little brake work. But other than that, man, the car is solid and it is pretty.
It's a factory race car.
Yes, it really is. And so we were instantly impressed when I went out there and test drove it to the point where I was just like, we're not going to let this go. I'm not going to wait a year or two to get another shot at it. So let's just get it over with and see what we got. And it was time. It was a good change. So we're pretty happy.
I was lucky enough to go to the NOR 1000, and Robbie Gordon had, he had 11 of his Speed UTVs there. He had kind of like an arrive and drive.
Yeah.
So every night, it was a 6-day race, so every night everybody hung out. So we got to hang out and watch them work on the cars, and they're a legit factory race car.
Yeah.
Very impressive.
Yep. I was wondering about the power out of the turbocharged 1000, and it did not disappoint yesterday.
Nice. You were talking about the suspension and the power you were impressed with.
Oh, man, the suspension that he's got on that thing. It's wide, 77 inches, and it stays that way. No matter what you're doing, that thing is staying 70. And the size of the shocks on that thing, those reservoirs.
These are Robbie's own shocks.
I think they are. Yeah, I think everything on this thing is just in-house.
Speed UTV.
Yeah, I think so, too.
I mean, he brought all of his racing knowledge to this and
Yeah.
really debuted it well. And like you were talking about, just the gauges, it tells you heat temp on your oil,
Yeah.
your engine, the belt, and it's
the whole
from
9
the
yards.
factory.
Yeah, and it's all pre-wired.
Yeah.
I was going through it just a little bit this morning before I had to get ready to go race, just kind of checking it out. He has all kinds of harnesses hidden underneath that dash, just ready for plug-in, and
Yep.
they're all labeled. You know
amazing.
what it is,
Yes.
and the welds on that frame. I mean, wow!
Impressive, huh?
Yeah, for a
Beautiful.
factory ride, row of dimes.
Yeah,
It's
well.
it's real happy to see that.
That's exactly
That
what I
is-
wanted to hear. And then let's talk. The Speed UTV is awesome. Thanks for the update
Oh
on
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
The,
absolutely.
the Starstream, we saw you in the pits. It was working. We were
Yeah,
excited.
yeah,
So
yeah.
And then we go racing. It didn't come up.
So we figured out pretty quick, and I think Rowdy's got the same problem. The inverters are frying, and we're
Oh,
not.
it's just
we'll
getting
yeah.
hot.
Well, I don't know. It had a blown fuse for that.
Okay.
So we changed that. It still wouldn't power up. Grizz had an extra one. Powered right up, synced right up, whole 9 yards, and it was good to go. And to be honest with you, I assumed it was on through the whole
No,
race.
we never saw it.
No, and I was
Yeah.
so
I know it's so
sad.
disappointing too, because we were. Oh
We've been
man.
trying for 3 races now to make it work.
Yeah,
But
Yes.
we'll get it. We
Oh
need to-
yeah. Yeah, we'll get it all the bugs dialed in, but it works so good for the racing pal.
Yes,
so
it
good.
was so good.
Oh,
and
I missed
so
that one.
clean.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so
it
cool.
it went to sync in just pink, 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 and it was just off we go. So
All right. Well, we'll get her figured out.
yeah, we'll get it figured
Yeah.
out. Yeah.
So you'll obviously switch that over to the speed car for Columbus, right?
Yeah, we'll see if we get it ready for Columbus too.
Yeah.
It's a brand new machine, so we got to kind of dive in a little bit and figure out
I
just
guess
a
you're
few
right.
things.
So you'll probably still race prep the Pro R just in case, but start diving into the speed.
Now we'll see. The Pro R might actually be sold already.
Oh,
oh
yeah,
my goodness.
we've
You-
yeah.
When his bookkeeper called him, he had to sell it real fast.
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you told
yeah.
him it was for sale in case he's listening.
Well, when it got narked out on live TV, I'm getting texts from my teenage daughter going, "You are in so much trouble."
Oh boy.
And I started laughing. I was like, "Oh, there's 2 sides to every story, and
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be in trouble before I even hit the door running here." But we've had a couple offers on it already, so that's why we went ahead and decided just to go ahead.
So
and just
selling
take
a
it.
broke race car, huh?
No, we'll fix it.
Yes.
We'll get her home. We'll get
But
her all
everybody-
fixed up and get her race prep for the next guy.
There you
So
go.
that way, someone's got something reliable, freshened up, just ready to go have some fun.
And
Absolutely.
definitely, they're gonna know that it's coming from Casey Welty, so it's gonna be Casey Welty prepped, and that's
Yeah.
not
And
just
Casey
some,
Welty proof.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah,
If it can
yeah.
survive Casey, you're doing great.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we will push them to 11 and rip the knob off. That's kind of what we
Absolutely.
do.
So let's kind of run through this race once again. We have Caleb Rupp still out front, then Brandon Anderson, Aaron Kane, Eric Rohr, Lance Horst, Shad Dalquist. And then
Shane Dalquist, I think.
Well,
Yeah.
no, Shane
Shad?
is actually driving and Shane is co-driving. I got the
wow,
update.
Yeah, they switched on us here.
Yeah, they've got a little bit, and then it's Camp.
Austin
Anna.
Campana.
Yeah, Camp
Yeah.
I think he's out of Colorado. He's new to the series. This is his first year, and he's definitely figuring out how race life goes.
Yeah. He was
So-
here earlier, and
Yep.
he was helping the crew put some stuff together, so I was chatting with him. And
Yeah.
he brought his whole family.
Oh,
They're having
super
fun,
nice. Yeah, I'm glad they're having fun too.
Yeah, the Yellowstone off-road racing family is just top-notch. I absolutely love coming out and doing the after-hours socializing.
Oh
You
yeah.
have to.
Oh yeah, it's the best. Yeah, and what is that? Jared Kane still out there? I think Cassie Tucker's still running
Yeah,
too.
I saw her
Yeah,
cruising
she's
along.
been
Yeah.
doing good.
But
Yeah.
we saw Cody Williams and Brian Grody out
Out?
early in the
Are they
race,
out?
so-
Okay.
But
Yeah.
man, that
yeah.
battle off the start line.
Man, that was epic, wasn't it?
Yes, it was so
Oh, that
great.
was so good.
And did Cody Olson?
I
Did he
haven't
even
seen
start?
him in a while. I did
I
see him.
think he
He
did,
did
yeah.
start.
Okay, so he dropped out first lap. Tough break.
Oh, a lot of tough breaks out there today.
Yeah, the
Yes.
attrition is finally starting to set in.
A little bit there,
That
yep.
track is getting slick and unforgiving.
And there's a few hidden rocks out there.
Okay,
Yeah.
especially with this
Yep.
dust.
That's the
Yes,
first that I've
yeah.
heard of the rocks out there.
And,
so tell us a little bit
Well,
about.
they are quite magnificently huge.
Oh.
Especially on the backside as you're over the hill, the part that you can't see here.
Coming up or coming down?
Coming down. A lot of them
Oh.
are starting to get kicked around. I came
All right.
flying around the corner, of course, sideways, because that's all I could do.
'Cause that's all you
Yeah.
And
got.
so I was able to just split it right between the front and rear
Oh,
tires as
there
I
you
went drifting
go.
across it. But I'd say they're probably a good 2 foot by 2 foot good
Oh,
sized
wow.
boulders
They
back
are
there.
some
big
footballs,
There
huh?
are some big ones.
Oh, that'll
Yeah.
do some damage.
Yep, and it's getting a little washed out, so we're getting a lot of that silt going on. So he'll grab your tires, he'll wash you which direction you don't want to go.
And then up next
Yeah.
will be the Ultra 4s, the Pros and Pro Unlimiteds. That'll tear up the course
Oh
even more.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then the shootout. So they're going
Yeah.
to really tear it up, and
Yes.
then all hands off.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I'm really looking forward to both those because, you know, actually the Ultra 4s and the Pro trucks, all that, they're actually really good for stuff like that because they get in those corners and they just really just blow
they
it
don't
out.
care,
They
yeah.
will just
Yeah.
blow out all
Kind
that
of clean
silt.
it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give you kind of a line. If you can
Yeah.
find it in the dust and hang on to that line, you're going to be doing okay.
Absolutely, and just along for the ride.
Yeah.
So Caleb Rupp just clicked off another lap, and
So
he's
he's-
probably about 2 minutes in the lead now.
Oh, what a season he's having this year.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
Yeah,
he's
he
he's-
about-
cleaned house
Oh.
in Broadview.
Oh yeah, he's got to
If
be
you could
stoked.
win it there, he did it.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, he did. And the fact that he didn't back off all the way through it.
Yeah,
That
he
was
was
amazing to me.
He was
12
consistently
hours.
super fast
yeah,
for a 12-hour race.
Yeah, and that
Oh,
car
my
just
word.
held together for
Yeah.
him.
I cannot
I had
believe
my
that.
doubts. I had my
I
doubts for a
get
little
that.
bit there.
And
But
you were
boy.
hoping he didn't.
Oh yeah, 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 me
And
too.
that
Yeah.
was a new. No, that was Sawson's car. That was that new one that he had
Yeah,
just
yeah,
picked
the
up.
Maverick
Yeah.
car, yep. Sauce had
Caleb
just picked up.
actually fastest lap was his last lap in the dark.
Really? Yeah.
That's
Wow.
where he got fast
That's
lap.
nuts.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Oh.
But he's already on the second half of his race, and he's only been out there 24 minutes.
Well, you know, he really put in the work this year. So
Yeah,
he-
you were
he-
talking about that.
yeah,
He's kind
he
of
is-
worked his way through
yeah,
the ranks.
Yeah, and he was
earned
ready
his
for it
spot.
this year. Yeah, he did. Yeah, so he worked real
And
hard.
you were kind of chatting a little bit like, that's why you got this speed UTV, because you're tired of looking at his rear bumper.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
You want to
yeah.
see him in the rear view mirror.
Yeah. I think I'd like to hear him hear the little burp, burp from the chirp from the siren as we go around.
Exactly.
Just a polite one, though.
Oh, yeah. All in
Oh,
good
yeah.
fun.
Oh, and he's turning into a buddy here on us, too. So he's a very nice guy. Great organization he's got going on with C4 Fabrication.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah,
we've been
so, great
watching his
sponsor.
commercials off and on all week.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's
yeah.
sponsoring the live feed for all this, so
Yeah, and a hometown track, too.
Yeah,
So
he's just right down the road.
Yeah, he gets to go home at night. You know, take a shower, sleep in his own bed. So
Yeah.
there's a perk to that right there.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
Grizzy actually borrowed his skid steer earlier on this week to fix the timing. so
Excellent,
he's
yeah.
just helping us out a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, man, good stuff.
So as Casey Tucker looked like just got passed. And look at that dust out there.
oh man, it's starting to hang again, even with all this wind that we've got going.
So we are out on lap number 7 of 12. And it looks like, yes, almost a 1 minute 57 lead
Oh
of
my
Caleb Rupp
word.
over Brandon Anderson.
Yeah.
But don't forget, Cody Williams, Brian Grody, and Cody Olson, 3 fast guys dropped out early. So tough luck for them, but it's looking good for Caleb Rupp.
It is. It's looking great for Caleb Rupp.
But don't
I
forget,
think
we
he-
are going to intermix the 2 races. So
Yeah.
once this race is over, we're going to put them
Yeah.
all together for a combined and see where Caleb's time matches up against Austin Painter.
Yeah, that's going to be the because I
Be
think
interesting.
I think they're qualifying. They were with a 0.3.
0.015.
0.015.
Yeah, I mean,
so
you can't blink that fast.
yeah, so it'll probably come down to actually the dust because
Yeah,
they were
yeah.
both in front. They were both checking out, so they had fresh air.
But don't forget,
Yes.
Cody Williams had an issue, so they had a yellow flag for Rupp. So he
Oh,
lost.
okay.
We
So
lost it. He
He
lost
lost
7
7
seconds.
seconds.
Oh, that might
So-
be a deal breaker there.
Yeah,
all
we'll see
depends
it.
on,
Yeah.
But Caleb's pretty good at working his way through the dust.
Oh, yeah.
Because he
Yes.
doesn't like the dust, so he'd like to just get out of there as fast as he can.
Well, here
so.
you can't
No,
because there's going to be
there's nowhere
laps.
to
A lot
go.
of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was hoping for a
Yes.
little bit of a breeze today. We didn't quite
Yeah.
get that. And speaking of Rupp, he's hitting the tabletops right now. His head's by, and he's doing a pretty good job, even in the dust, getting those whoops, the jumps, the whole 9 yards.
I can't believe
And
how
a-
low.
What do you
And
think
new-
about that shootout that they're going to do?
Oh, that shootout sounds good, and kudos for C4 Fabrication for putting that on. So the 5 fastest guys of the day get
In
to
the
go out there.
UTV.
Yeah, in the UTV, get to go out there and battle it out.
Yeah.
You know,
5
for a little
people,
cash on the line.
5 laps, $500.
Yep.
And speaking about Caleb Rupp and C4 Fabrication, new fast time of the day, a 3:55. He shaved
Oh, my
another
word.
second
That's
half
just
off.
smoking. Yep, he's finding his groove, finding his line, and he is checking out.
Oh my gosh, I can't believe how fast that guy is. Him and
And
Austin
consistent.
Painter. I wish
Yeah.
we could have had those 2 together to just
Yeah.
battle it out. But
Oh yeah.
They're glad they weren't.
yes, they are very glad they
Yeah.
weren't. But
And even Grody from Dakota Frame and Alignment, you know, that start that they had.
Oh, that was a
that
that was
so
a good one.
cool.
one of them gonna have to give. It was really close
Yeah,
there
it was-
for
it
a
was
second.
tire to
not sure
tire.
who
Yeah,
it was
so-
gonna be.
And isn't Grody in a stock 1000 turbo?
He is just in a stock 1000 turbo up against that brand new Mav-R that's pre-tuned up.
Oh
So-
my
And
goodness.
so it was quite the battle.
Yeah.
Which means Grody kind of had to really kind of
Push it. Muscle it up.
choke down just a little bit
Uh-huh.
there to just keep up with that. So I imagine it was pushed to 11. So I'm sorry to see he broke, but it's not surprising when you put
Yeah,
an
for
older
sure.
older stock Turbo S up against something like that. So
And really pushing itself to its limits.
oh, and probably
Absolutely.
passed.
Yeah, obviously.
Oh, yeah, obviously, yeah.
Definitely, because Caleb wasn't just gonna let him have it off the start. He was definitely gonna make him work for it.
Because he wanted that clean air
He
for the
wanted
last
that
few
Oh,
laps.
Just
that is
as
the
much.
money maker here. You
Yes.
got to get out front and you got to stay there.
Yep.
Yep.
But then lap traffic's going to happen. So you only get about, I'm going to say 3-ish solid laps, I'd guess.
Yep. But your hope, because the track's short enough to where you can see each other coming through the straightaways
Yeah,
and through the
okay.
corners. So
This corner you see
Yeah,
them coming and
yeah.
there's timing them.
and so hopefully
Yeah.
the lap traffic that you are getting a hold of, hopefully, you know,
They see you
they
coming.
see you,
Yep.
they're polite, they just get out of the way. Then you don't have to deal with too much dust.
Yeah, okay.
Boom, just go on by because you've been caught.
Oh,
you
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
If you've been caught,
Yeah.
you've been. If you've
Yeah.
been caught, you've been passed.
Yeah.
Yep.
So you're already 30 seconds
You
beyond
know
the power
that
curve.
because you got caught 3 or 4 times.
Yes, I did, Chris. yeah.
Remind you of that.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Kind
Yeah,
of.
it's not a sore subject at all today. It's fine. It's,
Oh man.
but it's
All
definitely-
in good fun.
It is. Something we're definitely not going to be getting used to, that's for sure.
That's
Hopefully.
good.
Yeah.
Especially with that speed UTV. We're excited to see it out there.
Yeah,
and get
yeah,
working.
we are too. Yeah, so something new and fancy, and I'll just have to see how it goes. But yeah, I got past a lot today, but that's okay. We had fun. I had my wife in the car.
Oh,
And-
she was
fun.
co-driving.
Yep, she was co-drive. So
Awesome.
I had Lacey
That's
in the car
awesome.
today. And, you know, actually, we got a little chance to catch up because we're pretty much going slow. We're just drifting every corner, you know.
So
and
just chatting
There
about
you
it.
go.
Yeah, kind of like a early morning coffee.
yeah,
huh?
yeah. I was like, you know, I wonder how the kids are doing at home. You know, is everything going okay? What do we should do for dinner tonight? Should we go into town? Should we barbecue? So yeah, we had a lot of good conversations out
So
there.
what's the plan for dinner?
I think it's barbecue. Yeah, I
There
think
you
it's
go.
barbecue. Yeah, yeah.
And a couple speed UTV rides. Huh?
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's time to turn on all the buttons.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
We got a little time to do that now. So after all the race prep and everything else.
So I get to drive it? Is that what you just
Sure,
said?
why not, Grizz? Why not? We got 1 month of warranty left. So yeah,
Hey, Jake, we are taking it out for a spin, all right?
yeah, we got some factory warranty left on that old girl still. So we're going to be in great shape. So.
There you go. Do you have your wrap picked out already?
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be fun. So we're gonna sit down and play
We
with
love
this.
the
Yeah.
colors on this one. We
Yeah,
love the
you,
colors
yeah.
on
yours
your
always
last
pop
car.
pretty good.
Yeah, we like
Yes.
it when the cars pop. Yep.
Yes.
And so we
So
got
do
a few
we
ideas.
in here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we
You
do.
have no idea. When we can see it from a drone, you talked about a lot more when we know who it is.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If everybody's running the same black car,
Yeah, they're
you
all
got not
black.
much. Yeah.
And we've always been we're a fun peppy crew, so we like
Yeah,
to have peppy
absolutely.
fun colors, you know. Get out
Yes.
here, show off just a little bit.
And Caleb Rupp comes through, heading out for lap number 9
Oh
of
my
12.
goodness.
He slowed down just a little bit, running right around that 4-minute mark, and he is just walking away with this race.
Well, lap number 9, I am sure he is just buried in lap traffic at this
Oh
point in
yeah,
time.
and
Yeah.
Yes,
dusted
I'm
and
sure.
starting to get a little bit tired. I'm sure a little bit of fatigue starting to set
Oh,
in.
you know,
I guess the adrenaline's still there, isn't it?
adrenaline's still there, and this track is actually really smooth.
Okay.
So long as you stick it in the ruts or the grooves around the sandy corners, just let her eat.
You're
it's
not too
actually,
worried
it's
about it.
really quite. It's nice.
Okay.
Yeah. So
This
all
is
the
a
tracks that
flowy
we
one.
race, this is by far probably our favorite short course
All right.
because it's wide, it's smooth, it's fast, and
And you're in Sturgis.
and you're in Sturgis, but you don't really even have to put the hydro packs in it. You can just hydrate before you even go out there
Okay.
because it's 12 really fast laps.
Yeah, I mean you race for about an hour.
Yep, about an
Yeah.
hour. You know, if you're in two-wheel drive, just coming out of the course. And
Maybe an hour and 15 minutes,
So
whatever.
You're saying this is smoother in Columbus?
just a hair. Yeah,
Yeah.
just a hair. Yeah.
I'm excited to go check that course out.
That one
Yes.
is brutal, and I'm afraid it has become our favorite. Not because we
Okay.
like it so much, is because we always do well there.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Is there any strategy there? Or just
it's the last race of the season up here. It's just send it.
Yeah,
It
okay.
doesn't matter
Full
anymore.
send,
Yeah,
man.
it doesn't matter anymore.
Got
Just-
all winter to work on.
that's
huh?
right. So just put your foot into it, let it eat, and get on out of here with it.
there you go.
But it's a very technical track.
It is very
Yeah.
it is
So-
a driver's track.
It is. It is a driver's track, and that's one of my favorite tracks to drive, is because it's just so technical. You don't get used to anything. You're not getting lazy or anything like
Yeah,
that.
there's always
But,
something
yeah,
coming up.
There's rocks. The ruts are deep. I mean, the ruts are really deep.
So do you do course notes for that one, I'd assume?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
just a
get on the
little bit.
GPS and mark
Yeah,
some hazards.
they've got a
and-
few that you definitely don't want to miss. They got
Okay.
one out there called Dead Man's Corner.
Oh.
If you miss that one, you are really a dead man. You are about to go a couple hundred feet straight down to the bottom
Yes,
of a
you
ravine.
are.
It is going to be very ugly.
So recovery is going to take a while on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah. When
Yes.
we had one a couple years ago, it was really quite muddy, and it was kind of hard to see. Everything's fogging up on line yards. Someone had actually missed it, and we almost finished the job for him because
Oh, you almost kicked it
yeah,
off the
yeah,
edge.
yeah. They were just dangling off there.
Teeter-totter.
Yeah,
Oh my
and we were lucky we
goodness.
came around the corner a little bit of control. I'm like, oh, good grief, But he was able to get backed up,
Okay.
get going again. But
Oh,
it's
my
just,
word.
there's a few corners like that at Columbus that will.
They get your attention.
Yes. Yep.
Very
Yep.
But
quickly.
we give you warnings on Dead Cow Corner because there's a skeleton hanging from the tree.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Or not Dead Cow, Dead Man.
Dead
Dead,
Man,
yeah,
yeah. Corner.
yeah, and those grizz are really appreciated. Yeah, yeah.
Especially in that one.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you get 6 bops into that one, and it is a dust bowl too. So
Yes, your
instant-
co-driver has got to be ready.
Yep, you got to be doing some work. Yeah,
And it's 11-mile track, and you run 10 laps.
yeah.
So that's 100 miles.
It's 100
or,
miles.
Or
and
111.
It's rough. And it's rough. It's
So that's going to be
unforgiving.
is that
Yeah.
a couple-hour race then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And it gets rougher and rougher every because there's really no way to go out there and redo maintenance on that track.
Okay, so it just gets worse
A
every
few
year. It just gets
sections
worse
are
every
just
year.
so tight, and it gets worse every year, which is part of the fun. It's part of the challenge, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
you got to adapt and overcome.
yeah, we're here to test our driving skills and our car skills and see how it pans out.
Nice.
So a challenge is always good. Yeah.
So speaking about a challenge, you ever going to try King of the Hammers or a Nora 1000 race? or-
We're gonna start talking about things like
right,
that.
all
There.
right.
Yep. I think we got this new car here. I think it's capable of doing such
I
things.
agree 100%.
Yeah.
So,
So
I'd love to see it.
I think we're looking
at
a little
another
hard
race.
there. Yeah.
Or
yeah.
a couple Ultra 4 races.
I think so. Yeah, I think I'd like to do a few Ultra 4, old Best in Desert stuff.
Yeah.
King of the Hammers is definitely on the list.
Yeah, that's a bucket
Yeah.
list item for sure.
Yeah,
for
sure.
everybody.
Yeah, yep. And I better make sure I clear that with my bookkeeper before I.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're not doing it yet.
Yeah, it's an attrition rate, so why don't we just start saving now? Yeah, because we may not have a car if we make it through that one.
Oh boy.
It's
yeah,
a complete re-prep off after that one.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, yes.
And hopefully it doesn't require helicopter fees
Oh,
to get it out of stuff because some of those stuff in Hammers that's the
happened.
only
Yeah,
way out.
Robbie
Yeah,
Gordon's been
yeah.
flown out before.
Yeah, yeah. Well, he's got his own helicopter though, so it kind of worked
No,
out.
it
all right.
wasn't him.
It wasn't his.
Brad Bowder, Helicopter Specialties. I can't remember the name, but it was Brad Bowder.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
his company flew him out,
Oh, very cool.
Oh, my
goodness.
Excellent.
and he actually raced Nora.
Yeah, oh, very
it was
good.
fun bumping into him once again. So, well, Casey Welty,
Yep.
always a pleasure
It
seeing
is,
you.
yes.
And,
Thanks, Miles. See,
Absolutely.
Shelby.
Thanks,
always
Later.
great to
See
see
you.
you, and we'll see you later for a little more celebration.
Yes,
and
you
Yes,
will.
We'll see how it all pans
Yeah,
out.
bring your
so.
helmet down.
Perfect.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Casey Welty. So let's
He
get.
seems very excited about his new speed.
Oh,
UTV.
who wouldn't, right?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Well, let's get caught back up. It looks like Caleb Rupp is out on lap number 10 of 12. He just threw down a 3:57, so he is smooth and consistent.
He is.
He's staying about 5 seconds, within 5 seconds, every lap.
Yes, it looks like we've got 8 still moving. We started with 12, so we've lost 3 cars completely out for good now. So we've got everybody within the last 4 laps of each other, and Caleb Rupp is the only one on the 10th lap.
All right, I gotta go.
So let's see. Let's run through the crowd here. Caleb Rupp still out front.
Brandon Caveman Anderson is in 2nd.
And then Aaron Kane sitting in that 3rd position.
Lance Horst is in 4th.
Shad Dalquist is in that 5th spot.
In the 6th spot, we have Eric Rohr.
Austin Camp Anna sitting in that 7th position.
8th is Jared Kane.
9th is Casey Tucker. And then Cody Williams, Brian Grody, and Cody Olson dropped out early. Tough break for them.
Well, as Casey was saying, that we're getting some rocks uncovered, so I'm sure those are getting knocked further and further into the track, and that probably had a little bit of play into 1 or 2 of those cars being out and out of the race. I don't think that there's going to be enough time with Caleb being on the 10th lap. They're going to time out before that they're probably able to get any of those 3 cars fixed. And it looks like Brandon Anderson should be coming through pretty quick. We just had a car come through.
Looks like that was Eric
Eric
Rohr that
yes.
just came through, and then yeah, Brandon Caveman Anderson should be coming.
And
But man,
oh man, this
it looks like
dust.
Caleb Rupp may end up lapping second place.
That is insane.
He's got
That is
two
crazy.
more laps. I think Caleb Rupp may lap second place of Brandon Anderson.
Can you
That is
imagine lapping
impressive.
second place? My word almighty.
So there comes Brandon
Brandon.
Caveman Anderson. We'll see how far back Caleb Rupp is. We're
Can't
watching
hear
our
anything yet.
Speed Hive timing, and he's probably, I'm going to say 30 seconds or so behind. So can he shave that? I don't know. That'd be pretty
I'm
wild
not
to lap
sure. It is.
the
Holy
entire
smokes.
field.
In the UTV class especially, because it is so competitive and it is so tight, but that Maverick R is absolutely working
Yeah,
this.
so,
I thought we were going to have an endo. I saw.
oh, Caleb Rupp then just launched it.
Oh my word.
Yeah, that was him. So
it was Aaron Kane, I think.
no, Caleb
What,
Rupp
was
just
Caleb?
yeah, he just
I
came
didn't see
through.
any green wheels.
Well, they were brown wheels.
Brown wheels. They're very dusty wheels. It is getting really thick out here.
So let's talk about that. So that does mean that Caleb Rupp passed the entire field except
one.
Brandon Anderson for now. And he is out
my
on
word.
11 of 12, so he still basically has 2 more laps to go. Wow, does he have what it takes? This is pretty impressive.
That is crazy. So I am really curious who these fastest guys are going to be with them being lapped. I mean, that doesn't
So,
obviously account for anything.
That's a
but
good... So it's definitely going to be Caleb Rupp, no doubt about it. Austin
doubt.
Painter, no doubt about it. I'm sure it's going to be Jake versus Nate Thompson. And the 5th person could either be Randy Tucker or Brandon Anderson. And that's my personal guess.
Yes, those top 5, I believe, is really going to be close to that. If it's not, I honestly couldn't pick somebody
Man, I'm trying to...
who the top 5 would be.
And I think it's going
Unless
to
it
be...
was Tyler Nelson, because he came back from...
Yeah, you're right.
He
Tyler
did-
Nelson
came
could
back
be in the mix.
and hit 4th, potentially.
And again, we are talking about the hit list shootout. The fastest 5 UTVs, for 5 laps, for $500.
And that's sponsored by Caleb Rupp because he won those $500 in Broadview, and Aaron happened to forget to give that to him. So he said, "You know what? Throw it in. Let's do something fun.
Let's do something
cool."
fun. And they came up with
Yes.
the
And
hit
what a
list shootout.
Better way to do it. There is not one. This is super cool. This is gonna be great, especially just something different, something that you're not used
Yeah.
to, that doesn't happen all the time.
And again, kind of talking about grassroots of Yellowstone off-road racing. That's it at its finest.
Yes, it is. It's going to be a green flag drop. There's no timing involved. It is physical first place who finishes their first 5 laps first.
It's going to be fun. Again, if you're just tuning in, this is UTV race number 2 for the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. And we are live from the Jack's Camper Studio. Again, thanks to C4 Fabrication for bringing us this beautiful live show. And we got to give a huge shout out to Pierre Sports Center, Wild West Off-Road Series, Elevated Power Sports, Can-Am, Epic Racewear,
DRW Performance, Jim and Tracy's Alignment, Blackbeard Bronco, Must Be Nice Performance,
C4 Fabrication, Montana Drone Company, Mickey Thompson Tires, Dakota Alignment and Frame,
Throttle Down Customs, CEI Electrical, Roller Construction, Rugged Radios,
Napa, ZRP, Inland Truck Parts, Montana Braveheart Nonprofit, Combustion Syndicate, Montana 4x4 Association, and the Black Hills 4-Wheelers.
Next Gen, AJ's Diesel, PRP, Dust Pods, Lynn Rich, and Copyright Printing.
So please support who supports the sport. Without all those amazing marketed partners, we would not be racing here today with Yellowstone Off-Road Racing.
So it looks like Caleb Rupp should be coming back through here in about a minute.
So that means he has 1 more lap to go.
Brandon Anderson is also supposed to be here in less than a minute. Did he catch him?
We'll find out. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see how this shakes out.
Oh man, it's going to be a tight one for sure. It looks like Eric Rohr just went through the start-finish line there, along with Jared Kane ahead of him.
They're out on their 10th lap, but Caleb Rupp getting ready to take off for his final 12th lap.
And it looks like I hear sirens.
So there is Brandon Anderson.
I don't see Caleb Rupp yet, but he should be right quick here. Caleb's getting the checkered. But it looks like Erin is taking her time kind of walking over. Is that Caleb there?
Nope, there's Caleb.
No, there's Caleb. So did somebody flag him?
No. One more lap.
One more.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, he's got one more lap.
One more.
Yep. So Caleb Rupp is out on his last lap. His 12th lap.
It looks like he's stuck behind. Is it Aaron Kane?
Yes, it is Aaron Kane.
Think it
So
is. So he's
when you
in
called
third.
it earlier, you were right. I was mistaken.
Okay.
They were probably side by side. I didn't see
They
them.
probably were
Yeah.
right neck and neck because the only way that I can tell them apart because you can't see the numbers.
the
They're
green
both
wheels.
black. Is those green wheels. So put a different color on your car
Yeah.
so we can see you.
Yeah, so Caleb Rupp is trying to chase down Brandon Anderson, but trying to get around Aaron Kane, who's physically sitting in that third position, even though he is a lap down.
Yes. I am dying to see how this is going to go and how long is it going to take him. Is he going to get past both of them or just Aaron?
So it looks like on screen, it does look like Caleb Rupp did get around Aaron Kane. They're back at
He's definitely chasing down Brandon then.
turn number 5 right now. So yeah, he's on the hunt for Brandon Caveman Anderson. And I believe that was Anderson on our right there. So he's just a few hundred yards back. We'll see. Which obviously, that's
He's
just for
got
bragging rights.
Over a half a lap, but yes.
So that's second place.
He's lapped
gotta
the entire
stop
field except
And wait
second.
for 4 minutes. So he's got this race in the bag.
Yes, if he
But
wanted to stop,
to finish
get a
first,
snack
first you must finish.
You must finish so he can be in there. He's so close. He's got a little over a half a lap to go according to our time. And then he can stop, have some snacks before he has to get ready for that hit list shootout. And I'm
The
so
fastest
excited.
5 UTVs, 5 laps, and $500.
Oh man, it's gonna be close. We're definitely gonna be seeing some carnage on that race, I think, because they are gonna be all out unless they're all going for a fun run.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
Caleb did say earlier that if he wins it, he's just gonna give everybody $100.
I love
so
that.
So that's
Yeah.
super fair.
Thanks
That's
for
a great
coming
way
out to
do
play.
it. Yeah.
I tried giving it
Congratulations.
to you, and then I just keep winning, so here you go.
Yeah, here you go. I'm doing my best, guys.
That's great. And it looks like I did see Jordan Rupp, his wife, heading out there, so she's actually going to be able to flag. That's really cool. I love how everybody here at Y.O.R.R lets everybody enjoy it.
Yes.
We saw Jada out there waving the checkered flag. Shelby, you got to go wave the flag for Keaton.
Yup. I love
And then
getting out there.
hopefully you can wave it once again for Rowdy.
Yes, I'm hoping so. We'll see how that transmission does for him.
Man, oh man, what a great day of racing it has been here at the Buffalo Chip Power Sports Complex. Here for the 2024 Pierre Sports Center Buffalo Chip 100. And let's talk about the Pierre Sports Center a little bit. It's an all-service boat sale place. Or you can buy boats, they work on boats. It's a full-service boat shop, mainly towards the fishing side, they say.
Yep.
But it's just, I think, about 3 hours down the road here over in obviously Pierre.
Yes.
So it's really cool that they built their business big enough to come help
Able and
support
this.
Yellowstone
Yeah,
Off-Road.
absolutely.
So a huge shout out to Mike and Zach Ablott for being the title sponsor with Pierre Sports Center.
They've been racing with us in this series for a really long time, or at least Mike has.
Yeah, and then he
so
brought
it's
his
great
son
to
Zach
see
in.
him
Yeah.
supporting it so that it can continue to grow and keep going. And it looks like Shad Dalquist just went through, and then behind him Y.O.R.R just went through, and it should be Caleb Rupp. Oh, Caleb is still behind Brandon Anderson.
So it looks
Brandon
like
just went out on his 12th lap.
so the checkered flag is in hand for Caleb Rupp. How far back is he? It looks like he's our unofficial race winner for race number 2. And no, that's not him. That was Aaron Kane. So where is Caleb Rupp?
Where?
Did we miss him?
I don't think
no,
so.
we have not. But he
Where's
should have
Caleb?
been. Oh, there he went. Okay,
Oh.
he was in the dust. So
He was in the dust.
there
Okay,
he goes.
perfect.
Caleb Rupp unofficially winning race number 2. But don't forget, we are going to put both races together. So on combined times, is it going to be Caleb Rupp or Austin Painter who's going to be the overall winner?
It is going to be crazy.
Man, I wish I would have done some math here because it's 49.06.
And Caleb has the fastest lap of the day so far with the
3:55.269.
There we go. So we've got 2 cars out on their last lap. We've got 3 out on the 11th lap, 2 on number 10, and 1 on her 8th lap, which is Cassie Tucker. I keep wanting to call her Cassie Slauson. Shane Dalquist is absolutely getting it down our first little hill going up to our floater hill. Shad Dalquist, not Shane.
Yeah, Shane was driver of record and then they switched last second, so now it's
Okay.
Shad.
Gotcha, there we go.
So we were a little confused in here in the Jack Scamper studio. I do apologize.
Yes.
And there's Caleb Rupp walking back from the Pierre Sports Center start-finish. She was able to wave the checkered flag for her husband, Caleb. All smiles. What a great run they had.
Cassie Tucker goes through the start-finish line. I about called her that again. She's on the start of her 9th lap.
There's been a lot of names in our heads
Yes.
today, so I'll let you pass as many times as you need.
Sounds good.
Because I promise you one thing, I've messed up more than once.
We're doing good, though. We've still got 8 cars left on the track and moving. We should have Lance Horst coming through to start his last lap pretty quick.
So I do believe Brandon Anderson took off in the 2nd row. Aaron Kane took off in the 3rd row.
Wow.
So Brandon Anderson has to win by, I think they did 20 seconds on this race. So he has to beat Aaron Kane by 20 seconds. It's going to be really, really close between Brandon Anderson and Aaron Kane.
It is going to be a very tight race, and according to time that we can see, there should be coming in pretty close to each other. Lance Horst just went through, he should be coming through pretty quick.
He's got overheating issues, but he's still at 0.08.
So I'm hearing some chatter over the Rugged Race Radio. Lance Horst is having some overheating issues, but he's still limping along.
Oh, man. The heat of the day is definitely going to get you. It's getting warm.
Yeah, it's 86 degrees, so it's the hottest it's going to be today, right here, right now.
And it is muggy. I'm not complaining sitting in here in Jack's studio camper. It's so nice in the air conditioning. I really, really appreciate them.
And I see Jim and Tracy walking around, who is Jim and Tracy's alignment. They do a lot for the Yellowstone Off-Road Racing Series. That's Aaron's parents, so great to see them out here enjoying themselves.
Yes. They are amazing. They do so much for the sport.
They do a lot for the sport, for sure. They've got multiple race cars out on course. Well, I guess this race, they only have 2. Usually they got 4.
Yep. Annalise's car, they said, is rebuilt.
Close.
It's really, really close. They've got everything welded back up. They're just waiting for a couple parts.
And Brandon Anderson just comes through and grabs the checkered flag. So I believe, well, it's going to be down to adjusted time. How far back is Aaron Kane? It's going to be down to the wire. And I think Aaron Kane just stole it by 12 seconds.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, what a great run. So unofficially 1 is Caleb Rupp. Unofficial 2 on adjusted time is Aaron Kane. Unofficial 3 is Brandon Caveman Anderson. What a great run. Again, everything is unofficial, but what a great run.
Yes, what a great run by everybody today. They've all been pushing hard and doing their absolute best, and I've seen nothing but smiles from everybody out there.
So I'm going to guess, this is me guessing, I don't know if it's going to be Caleb Rupp or Austin Painter 1st or 2nd, and then Jake Versey in 3rd, I believe, when we do the overall time mix. So I believe it's going to be either Rupp or Painter, and then Jake Versey. And I do know Jake Versey was double dipping. He was racing in the Sportsman and the Turbo. So he'll get first place in Sportsman as well. So he got first and third. That's pretty good.
That is pretty dang good. And you don't get a check for Sportsman, but there's not a lot of people that enter into it, so that is a great class. Especially. We've got 2 cars on their last lap yet. 2 on 11, 1 on 10, and 1 on 9. So we've still got a few left to go, but we're getting closer and closer to Caleb Rupp's hit list shootout later this afternoon.
But hey, don't forget, we still have the Pros, the Pro Unlimited, and the Ultra 4 race coming up next. So we have 8 of the big cars that'll be racing with us here in just a little bit.
This is going to be a high-stakes race for...
Let's go over that. We have Tommy Dykstra,
Clint Peterson,
Rowdy Smith,
Nick Nicola, if they got it back together.
Yeah, I hope so, yeah. Levi Rhodes,
Mike Ablott,
and Austin Pyatt. So we'll have 7 of the Unlimited, Ultra 4, and Pros.
I'm not exactly sure how many Pros there are. There are only 2. Was it Nick Nicola and Austin Pyatt? And then the rest of them are
Nick
Pro.
Nicola, Mike Ablott, and Austin Pyatt.
So there's 3 of them in just Pro.
And the Pros, and then the Pro and Ultra 4 are mixed. So we have Curtis Warner, Levi Rhodes, Rowdy Smith, Clint Peterson, and Tommy Dykstra.
Okay.
Oh, I don't think Curtis Warner actually made it.
I don't think so. I don't remember hearing that name.
Yeah, no. Curtis Warner was supposed to make it, but he was coming down from Canada, and I believe his toter broke down halfway.
Oh,
so tough break for him. So, hey, Curtis Warner wasn't able to make it. I heard Aaron talking. They were scrambling, trying to find him some help on the side of the road. And
so they did try, but...
Yeah, they were halfway here, and
man,
something on their toter broke down.
That would suck.
And I don't know my way around Montana very well, but it sounded like they were in the middle of nowhere, Montana, which it seems like there's a lot of that.
There's a lot of that. You definitely do a lot of driving in between towns.
Yeah, speaking of that, McDonald's Farms has a lot do out there as well, don't you?
We have a lot of acres out there, but there's a lot of nothing.
In case Cassie Tucker clicks off another lap.
She's starting her 10th lap?
Yep, she is out on lap number 10.
Awesome. She is 3 laps down. She got 3 left to go, and she should be behind Jared Kane pretty soon, and I'm not sure where that timing out is going to come into play, or if it will at all.
Yeah, we'll see how it all shakes out. Yeah. But we should see Shad Dahlquist and Eric Rohr here very, very soon grabbing the checkered flag. And again, in this race, it was unofficial. 1 goes to Caleb Rupp. 2 Aaron Kane. 3 Brandon Anderson. And last race was Austin Painter, Jake Versey, and Nate Thompson. So if I'm doing my best guesses, I think it's going to be Caleb Rupp 1. I don't know. Caleb Rupp and Austin Painter were so close. There'll be 1 or 2 between them 2. And then I believe Jake Versey.
Shad Dahlquist just finished, so he is our unofficial 4th.
And then Eric Rohr should be across anytime as well. What a great day of racing we have had. We have 1 more big race to go, and then the hit list shootout. The fastest 5 UTVs for 5 laps for $500.
Eric Rohr just came through the finish line shortly behind Shad. So we're waiting on Mr. Lance Horst, Austin Campana, Jared Kane, and Miss Cassie Tucker. They should be coming here pretty shortly. The dust is definitely thinned down with only 4 cars on the track. So... Or was Lance the one having overheating issues?
Yeah, Lance Horst.
He was.
Yeah, he had overheating issues, so tough break for him.
It is hot and it is muggy. That wind is dying down.
It may be hot out there, but here in the Jack's Camper studio, it's nice and cool.
It is so nice in here. We're so lucky to be able to sit in here.
Get out of the dust.
For sure. Looks like Austin Campana just came through, and he is starting his last lap. So next time we see him, he'll be taking a checkered flag.
Oh, and there's Lance right now. Just absolutely
That is tough.
limping it in. So he does click off another lap. I don't know if he's going to try to make a
not
full
sure.
lap at that pace or not, but that
At
looks
least he
pretty
never-
But
tough.
he's on the
He
start
never
of his
gave up.
last lap technically, but I don't know if I would push it if I were him.
Well, yeah. I don't know if he's playing for points or not.
Yeah.
Never give up.
The never give up
Never
attitude.
give
I
up
like
attitude.
that, Jade.
But Lance is in the unlimited class.
Oh,
So
good call.
I don't know where that would put him with everybody else.
So Cody Williams dropped out. Casey Welty, I do believe he finished. Caleb Rupp obviously finished very well. Russell Talla, so that could put him in third or fourth. So interesting.
So we're definitely going to see what's going on with that one. So it looks, he's still slowly moving. We'll see if he pulls off here or not. But on screen, we've got Cassie Tucker just out there cruising away again. She's still got 2 laps. She's got 3 laps to finish technically. She's about to finish her 10th, and then she still has her 11th and 12th to go through. And it looks like Lance Horst has pulled off. So he is not going to complete that 12th lap, and he is going to get a DNF.
Looks like we have some people rooting on Casey Tucker on YouTube and Austin Painter the last race.
I haven't seen Jared Kane. I don't know where he's at. Unless he pulled off a while ago. Because he should have been through by now. So, in theory, we only have 3 cars left on the track with Austin Campana, Jared Kane, and Cassie Tucker. But I haven't seen Jared, and I haven't heard anything about Jared. So, hopefully, he'll be coming through to finish his 10th lap and start his 11th. Because he's only got 2 to go. It sounds like they're getting some Ultra 4 and Pro trucks lined up right now. This is also going to be a fast race, and with less than 8 cars, it's really going to go quick. They all have 12 laps though, so everything is 12 except for the Hitless Shootout, sponsored by Caleb Rupp. Caleb Rupp is also bringing us this amazing broadcasting with Montana Drone, sponsored by his C4 Fab. He
Really
is
cool
amazing
what
for doing
Caleb
that.
Rupp is bringing to the table for sure.
Absolutely. Cassie should be through here any second now. It looks like Cassie Tucker is on the start of her 11th lap now. Coming through turn number 1, that corner, there's a few little bumps through there. And it looks, oh my gosh, what a great
Yeah,
shot
what a
of that
great-
tower.
I
Oh
love
my
it.
goodness.
Jade, you were up there earlier this morning during the national anthem. How cool is it up there?
It was nice.
Was that scary?
No. I've
Yeah.
already been up there once.
Oh, okay.
So, it just...
I'm a chicken,
wasn't
so
bad.
there's no way.
I'll go up there with you.
Oh, there we go. Jade's calling you out.
Oh, I'm a farm kid and I can't climb a grain bin. I'm too scared. I always made my sister do it.
No, stick old poor Allie up there.
Oh
huh?
yeah, she went up there in her flip flops. She did not care.
Oh, those are hiking shoes.
Yes, absolutely. She's my dad's kid after all. Oh, those two. We are waiting on Cassie Tucker and Austin Campana. And it sounds like we hear some sirens, so somebody's coming through the finish.
And they sound excited, don't they?
Oh,
And I
there's
believe that's
Austin.
Austin Campana grabbing
Oh,
the
yay.
checkered flag. So unofficial 6th place for Austin Campana.
It looks like Lance Horst did not pull off, and he is in fact still moving.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely, yes. We're getting some cameras ready for that Ultra 4 and Pro race.
Oh, I can't wait
I
for that
can't
one. Yeah,
wait.
Clint Peterson, Tommy Dykstra, Rowdy Smith, Nick Nicola, Levi Rhodes, Mike Ablott, and Austin Pyatt. It's going to be one heck of a show.
Does anybody know if Nick Nicola
I
got that?
don't know. I
steering
wish
rack
I
back
would
together?
know.
Can you hold this real quick?
Go on.
We've got Cassie Tucker coming up around that corner, getting ready to come down our floater jump in front of the buffalo chip flags. Lance Horst, you can hear him in the distance, getting ready to hopefully come back through these flags and take his checkered flag.
He's still in limp mode, and all of a sudden you heard it unkick out, and he took off. So it's probably an overheating issue, and when it cools back down, it pops out of limp mode and he takes off.
Yes.
So Cassie Tucker still trucking along.
She's still pushing through. She's about ready to finish. Does she have one more lap after this?
That's what I just heard over the Rugged
Okay.
Race Radio. Since she's in Sportsman, do we give her the next lap or not? I don't know. I'm waiting to hear.
So it'll be her and Jake Bursey in Sportsman.
Hey, if you can zoom up straight ahead on top of that hill, that's Jim and Brian Williams running our recovery up there. They've got a great shot overlooking everything, and just want to give Jim and his whole team a huge shout out.
We're hanging out waiting for Lance to come in with his finish. He is really, really close, and it sounds like he is out of limp mode and back move in at a decent pace. Not super fast, but better than it was. Trying to keep that thing from overheating, but it is 86 degrees outside, and it feels hot. It is muggy. The wind is barely moving, and that makes it feel even hotter.
It feels like 93.
The real feel is 93. That is warm.
Yeah.
So we have one of our great Y.O.R.R volunteers. We got Tim in here, and he has an update on Nick Nicola. What do we got?
Well, we blew a steering box, blew all the guts out of it and the housing. Did a lot of chasing around last night. Found through about 6 phone calls and 25 guys calling this and that we found a steering box. And
So a new box.
Well, new to him.
Okay, yeah.
New to him box.
Yeah,
New to
because the
him
other ones
box.
were destroyed. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. New to him box, and did some slight modifications to get that sucker to work, and did a little slight modification to the pitman arm, and he's gonna have to get a whole new box and a whole new pitman
So
arm,
the-
but
this
he's
is
gonna get through.
This is just a Band-Aid fix.
Yeah,
but
just
you
Band-Aid.
think it'll
Yeah.
make it through the race?
Oh yeah.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Because that's definitely a fan favorite.
He's
truck
gonna
to watch.
baby it for a little bit, see how she works and feels, and then tell him go for gold, because it's gonna rock it.
Heck yeah. It's been great, and thanks for helping with everything behind the scenes. I know Yellowstone has a huge team. Now, obviously, you're just one guy, but
Oh, yeah.
thanks for all your
yeah.
help, and
Thank
it's
you.
great.
Gotta do it. Gotta keep them on the road.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we couldn't do it without all the volunteers. You guys are awesome. You guys are killing it with that.
All right, Tim. Well, I just wanted to get a quick update on Nick Nicola, so appreciate that, and go out there and
Heck yeah.
enjoy the rest of the race, buddy.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
Have a good one.
Yep, take it easy,
Have a
buddy.
great day. We've got Cassie Tucker just started her last lap,
And you could see literally
Lance.
limping
Yes.
across the Pierre Sports Center finish line. Sorry, getting a little tongue-tied. It's been a long day.
yes, it has been. It's been a long day of talking, a long day of great racing. We've had some battles go down, and I'm excited to see what's going on in this next race.
And I can't wait to give away those trophies tonight, thanks to Fire River Racing and Ray's Auto Body.
Oh man, Ray's Auto Body and Fire River, they've been great sponsors of the Y.O.R.R series forever, and we cannot thank them enough for all that they do, and we love seeing them out there. They're in Broadview. I'm sad to say that they're not here with us at this race, but I'm sure they'll probably be back for Columbus, or at least next season.
And that's Fire River Racing. That's Tom Prendergast. Brian Williams is here.
Oh,
with Ray's
heck
Auto
yeah.
Body.
There we go.
He's the one, the liaison between Buffalo Chip and Yellowstone Off-Road Racing. He's got the Dusty Goggles watering hole as well, so I assume it's going to get busier and busier as the night goes on. I'm definitely going to swing by and grab a couple beverages.
Absolutely.
Jade, maybe get you a snow cone or something.
Yeah.
You can get one of Grizz's purple smoothies, whatever that was.
You'd look way better holding it than he would.
Oh, absolutely. Without a doubt. Your blonde hair goes way better than Grizz.
Blonde, gray, whatever.
That purple looks way cuter with you. We're just hanging out waiting for Miss Cassie Tucker to wrap us up. She's doing great in that sportsman class. They did allow her to go out for her last lap. She had some troubles in Broadview, so I'm glad to see that she's still out moving, and they got her fixed between the first race and the second race so that she was able to line up and take off. I'm not sure what happened to Jared Kane. Never did here.
Yeah.
But he made it 10 laps, so he did pretty dang good.
Until he did.
Until he did, yeah.
And we saw Cody Williams and Brian Grody have that issue early on. Tough break for him. I never did hear about Cody Olsen either.
No, did not hear a peep about Cody Olsen. I watched him take off from the
saw
start.
him here
He was out
this
front,
afternoon.
ahead out of his pair. But yeah, we did see him out, hanging out, walking around, watching his fiance. But haven't seen him in a while. I don't know where he went.
So Cassie Tucker looks like she's up at turn number 12, getting ready to head up on top of the hill.
She's the mom of Brayson?
Yep.
Brayson and Kaylee Tucker, who raced this morning in the Youth 170s.
And
so
the wife of
Randy
Tucker. So the whole family got a race
Yes.
this weekend. That's pretty special.
That is very special. I think this is the only family that I know of with everybody in a race car that's here.
Casey Welty said he left his kids at home, so him and his wife raced. I don't know if that counts.
Husband and wife pair. That's a good... Oh, man, that'd be a ball.
Matt Weiss had Christy Weiss riding shotgun with him. But again,
but
left his kids at home, too.
Brought their kids out to come race.
So, yeah, let's go with the Tucker family wins for the most family fun.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking down at my notes, and from Broadview, we have Jacob Winter in Grizz's old car, and then Jared Kane as the co-driver. I wonder if he had to jump. There's no way that they let him co-drive and then hop back in.
Anything's possible.
So maybe he just got wiped out and made a mistake. I don't know.
Man, that'd be a long 2 hours.
Oh, man, yeah. That'd be a hot 2 hours. It looks like some of our spectators up there, our rescue team, have 2 canopies, and I don't blame them for being in the shade up there.
Oh, absolutely. We're hiding in the Jack's camper with air conditioning.
With air conditioning and no dust. There are showers in our future. Even though we were not going to be as dusty as our poor volunteers that are amazing at keeping this running as smooth as they do. Cassie Tucker should be coming through any second now.
Looks like we have another special guest hopping in the Jack's Camper Studio. Austin Campana, how you doing, buddy?
Good.
Yeah. How much fun did you have out there?
Oh my God, it was a blast. It's so dusty, and it gets to the point where you can't see. You literally cannot see.
Yeah, it looked like it.
And then the first 2 laps, there was so much carnage. And down in that back valley, right in that hole, and
that's where Cody Williams looks like.
He was. I saw him over yonder. He was like off to this back, kind of hard sweeper.
Looks like Cassie Tucker just finished.
Nice.
So we have all of our UTVs off in a cold track.
So Austin, how cool is it to have your son riding shotgun with you?
It's cool. So we've dreamed of doing it forever.
Oh.
This is our fourth attempt. First time we finished, so which is cool.
That's awesome.
And it's been really cool. It's been a lot of fun. The whole family's supporting us. I'm like getting emotional now.
Hey, I get it. I brought my daughter Jade for the first time, and it's just cool to be able to show share your true love with your kids.
How did your co-driver do in the dust today? How'd you like it?
It was not good.
Because, because your dad was driving,
Slow
or
down a lot.
Yeah, he's like, I can't see. I'm like, well, you just follow the weeds. We'll get there. But yeah, it was cool, man. It was
a blast.
It was a good race. It felt good. Yeah, it's just so fun. You know, this Y.O.R.R series is the best there is.
Have you been racing with this since Powell this year?
Yep, we started in Powell, so I had the Can-Am that broke in half.
Oh, no!
That was our car.
That was yours?
Yeah.
Oh,
So
shoot.
we went out lap 3 at Powell, and then in Broadview we were the ones that rolled the finish line.
Oh.
you're getting good at this stuff, huh?
So we've had it's been trials and tribulations. It's been a rough season. So
It has.
yeah, to get out
You guys
clean.
got to finish?
We got to finish.
Yep.
I think the car's okay. So
That
it
is
felt good. We kind of just got to a pace we settled in and just tried to enjoy it and just have fun. And, you know,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How did the car feel today?
Good. I'm adapting to the switching from the Can-Am. I had a lot of test miles on the Can-Am. Out, going to the Polaris and having that shorter wheelbase. But it's just such a good car. It feels so solid and it's holding together really, really well. And so
That's
it's
awesome.
as we got, each lap, I felt like we were just getting a little
Get more
faster,
comfortable, yeah.
more faster. And that, I mean, we pre-ran at Broadview. We were cruising, just kind of mapping the track. And that's literally the only time we had in the car. We hit qualifying, and when we rolled, we bent a bunch of stuff, and so
you weren't able to actually race.
we haven't. Yeah, what the miles that this thing has on now, that's like the first at speed miles. that
Oh
we've
my
even
gosh.
put in the
Well,
car.
I'm glad you guys are still out here
Yep.
and staying with it, and
Oh,
I'm glad
yeah.
you got to race too.
We're not
Yeah.
going anywhere.
Congratulations.
Awesome.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Hey, Christian, how much fun was it riding with your dad?
It was so fun. I had a blast. Yeah, it was very fun.
When are you going to steal the steering wheel from your dad?
I'm hoping next season.
Perfect.
We're targeting a 1600 car for him.
There you
So
All
go.
right,
That's
all
a
right.
great place.
I think
Awesome.
that'd be a really good start. So.
Well, Austin and Christian, thanks for the stories, and I love that you guys finally got your first finish together. What a great job. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Yes, thank you guys.
We're going to get everything all set up for the next race. Up next will be the Pro Unlimited, and the Ultra 4s. So while we get everything all set up for that, we're going to step away from the action, and we'll be right back after this.
Stop into Pierre Sports Center and take advantage of our huge discounts on 23 and 24-year model boats. Our Lund and Ranger boats are all powered by Mercury Marine outboards. We are also a Lowrance and Humminbird dealer and a Minn Kota authorized service center. Pierre Sports Center is your one-stop shop for all your boating accessories and parts. With an outstanding service center and one-of-a-kind boat purchase experience, Pierre Sports Center, where you get the service you deserve.
But I'd like to do our intro this time. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're leaving. I was like,
So don't say anything about us being ready because
Yeah.
I'm like, I said we're ready to go live.
We need 5
Yeah,
minutes.
not ready to go race.
And then they,
Yeah, let production know when we're about 3 or 4 minutes away from live racing, so we can give our